Hello everyone, I'm Tyler Sheldon. I'm here to talk to you about interpersonal communication today. The way I'm going to try to describe interpersonal communication and all the ways that it's used is through the use of top-notch customer relations. So customer relations is very important because of how much it uses interpersonal communication, which is that effective exchange of communication from person to person through the use of various different tactics to get that message across. Now, the goal of customer service is to make the person who is requiring a service to feel welcome and comfortable, and if necessary, to try and sell them something. So what I mean by sell them something is if you're in the food industry, you want to be able to push your product, but by pushing your product, you have to have good customer service. And in good customer service, you have to have good interpersonal communication. So leading into the restaurant industry, one effective way to use interpersonal communication is the nonverbal cues. Now, nonverbal cues can be just as important, if not more so, than the verbal ones. What I mean by that is your body language, your gestures, your eye contact, your facial expressions, all that plays a part in how your message gets across. I can personally relate to this. My very first job, I was at Chick-fil-A. As you can see here, I have a coat from Chick-fil-A. And that job taught me a lot about customer service in the sense that that was my whole job. I had to be able to effectively communicate with people and exchange information in such a way that they are willing to come back and buy our product time and time and time and again. I used a lot of nonverbal cues. I used a lot of body language. I had to keep a certain, stature. I had to come off as welcoming. I couldn't come up tense and strong. I had to be relaxed and calm. My face was always a very happy, bright face. And that goes a long way in showing people that they are feeling welcome and that they can keep coming back for years to come. So leading off of that point, another very important aspect is that the message comes across as either encouraging or motivating. That leads very strongly into my next point, which is my current job. I currently work in a hospital. Now, I'm sure, as all of you know, a hospital is a very high stress, high anxiety, fast moving, stressful place. And if you're sick or if you're not at your best, which a lot of people in there aren't, then you're naturally going to come off as more agitated or sad or depressed or angry. So as my job as a patient transporter, I am responsible for how my patients are feeling from the test back to their room or from their room to the test. A lot of people have questions, a lot of people cry, a lot of people break down, a lot of people, act very hostile. So I have to use good, encouraging and motivating interpersonal communication for them to be able to calm them down and make them feel safe and reassure them that everything will be okay. Now, I dropped my card. Now, the last part of interpersonal communication that I feel is by far the most important is the listening aspect of it. Now, the listening aspect is probably the single most important way that a communication string gets along and is effective, because if you are listening to the person and the person is listening to you, then it provides a better route to get your message to and from, to be able to communicate properly. And like I said, I feel like that is the most important part of interpersonal communication. So thank you.